At times I come to visualization with myself, with I and I self, and I ask I and I self, I say, with all expressions and the expressing of oneself, is it a benefit to express at the given moment? Or is it a benefit to express when the time is too late? Thus they say, strike while the iron is hot. At times I embarrass myself from the expressions that I express, but it's not to blame others for the expressions, but my expressions should be more firm and more, should I say, beneficial to oneself, as in I and I self. But to not hyping up the words and hyping up diction or language, I need to reach others that don't understand these words of royalty and loyalty. In my life, I've suffered trials and tribulations. I suffered war and I suffered sufferation. I'm still suffering through it. But the most beneficial aspect of this sufferation is the love and the knowledge of God and the true living God. Not the one King James told you to praise and bow down to and sacrifice and be holocaustic to, but the true and living God. Many find themselves manipulating others with religion, churches, nice cars, big dicks, big pussies, you name it. Excuse my language, but it's the words of communication. Our past and our future. Where do we stand, or where do we stand in satisfaction or satisfaction or glorification in our ignorances and our downfalls? Many can say, oh, Jated is a crazy dude. But ask yourself, are you crazy? Did God make you crazy? Crazy enough to know right from wrong and crazy to know who God is. Many of you go through trials and tribulations. Many of you go through bad luck and up luck. Or should I say bad luck and good luck? But we call it up luck. We follow a path of righteousness that should never ever have a problem of greed, sloth, or all the 7 deadly sins should never ever reach a certain level of our path that we walk. Meaning that God doesn't sit in the seat of the scornful. God doesn't stand in the way of sinners. So if you see sinners are sinning, why should you stand in their way? And I'm talking to Christians. I'm talking to people that act and say that they are Christians. Because I could point my finger out at many of fakers that say they are holy, holy. And I could point out all the afflictions in my life and say, how could this be? If I could sit here and record what I'm recording and justify what I'm saying, why should it be dictated, discriminated, or dissected in negativity? Why can't it be embraced in righteousness? You sit back, you raise my children, and you create a imaginary triangle for them. But when the real triangle comes, and the visualization and the true presence of a real triangle is there, how can you change our past from our future? Many of you find the best living in pride in saying that to a child that your father walked out on you, or you're a single mom, or you're a single dad, or your dad's on crack, or your dad's on illicit drugs. I mean, are those the way of God? Are those the way that God put you on this earth to dictate his lenienship of the world and to make it a way of life? And I'm speaking to those who are in that realm of life. And also to those that are having, families that are strung out on drugs. Are you finding a better way to help those that are strung out on drugs, who have no way, who have no life, who have no options? Are you finding a better way to dictate them, to destroy them, to put them in an imaginary triangle, or instead of help their sicknesses? Because I know I'm a Rasta, and in life, as a human being, we all have experienced certain type of things and doors, but we all know what doors are fortunate for our future and what doors are beneficial for our future. And most of you are still in those realms of those doors that are not to be taken for the beneficial of our future. Knowing that everyone has to go through their own wells of life, their own bumps of their own heads of lives. But there's a question. If a young man like I and I, or a king like I and I, has ordaineth certain paths to make sure that these are the paths that are not to be taken through experiences, why are these paths being highly prided? And especially in my bloodline. My bloodline, we don't smoke no fucking crack. That's a no-no. So any one of you that carry my last name that feel like crack is the best way to go, we burn you out. We burn you out. Because it doesn't benefit us. And in our mission, it doesn't benefit us. It's a part of destruction. And I'm not going to sit firmly on that. My firm nation is unity, strength, knowledge. Because it's not only illicit drugs that can tear down one's family and one's diction of unity. It's the ignorances that can destroy one's unity. Like right now, as you watch my video, you say, damn, he's probably talking a whole bunch of bullshit. But I'm really talking to you. You. Those who carry the ignorance in a pride. How do you feel by destroying each other in a family that carries the same last name? How do you feel every day and night knowing that you are against God? You are against the Almighty Creator by doing such things, because I am one of His trumpets. There is no way that you cannot sound God's trumpet. 7 and 52 seconds long. Uploading always have issues. We'll move to the next video. Rastaman Jated, King, we're burning you out.